So my name is Salvador Brigman. I have been working in the online realm for over 10 years. And in this video, I want to make this because I love to demystify complicated topics that are hard to understand, that are really confusing, and to really just share this with you. Put this on a silver platter so you can take this information, you can apply it, and you can get the results in your own life. I think that this not only is going to help you reach your full potential as a creator, as a business owner, as a father, as a mother, right? As someone who's just living in today's society and wants to be able to impact at a much higher level, right? I think it's going to be great for those reasons, but also, and if I'm just being a little bit honest here, a lot of people don't talk about this. There are all of these things which are happening behind the scenes that you don't know about. So I hope that you can gain tremendous amount of clarity in today's video. And if you do, if you find that this is useful for you, you give me a thumbs up on this video as well. First method that I want to talk about when it comes to earning an income online is e-commerce. And when I use the word e-commerce, it's a very big word. Really what I mean is just selling physical products online, whether that's on Amazon, whether it's on Shopify, Etsy. If you're selling a product online, that's what I mean when I say e-commerce. There's been a huge e-commerce boom in the last couple of years. Specifically, I would say the pandemic actually accelerated this boom as well. And people are just buying products online like crazy. And the cool thing about this is it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in the United States, you're in Australia, if you're around the world, you're in Asia, you can also sell products online and you can create a business that operates off of the internet. When it comes to e-commerce, you can decide to sell other people's products. You can do drop shipping. You can even create your own product, invent your own product and sell that online. That's actually one of the things that I specialize in, that I teach a lot about, and as well, how to use websites and platforms like Kickstarter and Indiegogo to get funding, to raise funding for a business like that. And people then are pre-ordering the products you're going to be coming out with. And in that way, you get the funding to actually create that product. So e-commerce is huge. It's one of the easiest ways, in my opinion, to get started. And that's because I think everyone can kind of wrap their mind around the concept of selling products online. The reason why this is going to take off this year is that the cost of entry has just been going down and down and down. And in addition, with online advertising and marketing and social media, you can reach thousands and thousands of people around the globe who are interested in your products for pennies on the dollar. So this is something that's not going to go away. And if anything, now is a great time to get in when it comes to the e-commerce game. The second way this year that I wanted to mention is something that I've been seeing grow phenomenally well within the last couple of years. And I think that there's a reason why, and also the fact that more and more people are getting into this industry. And I'm talking about coaching and consulting. Now, the great thing about becoming an online coach, whether that's a business coach, or there are so many other categories of coaches which you can actually get started in when it comes to being an online coach. So for example, health coaching, wealth coaching, fitness coaching, if you want to even do personal development coaching or spiritual coaching, there's so many different industries within the coaching business industry that you can actually get started. It doesn't require a college degree. It doesn't even necessarily require credentials. The main thing that it requires is a willingness to learn what coaching is all about. So if you want to make an impact or want to have an impact on your client, if you want to help someone reach their full potential in an area of their life, there's a gap between where they are and where they want to be. And if you want to help them close that gap, then coaching, my friends, is an incredibly lucrative and also rewarding career path, and something that you can do from anywhere. You can literally do it as long as you have access to a phone or the internet or a laptop. You can easily do one-on-one individual coaching calls, group coaching sessions, and you can have an entire coaching business that's running no matter where you are and really live that remote work lifestyle. I specialize in business coaching. Obviously, I do one-on-one individual coaching, but I also wrote a book this year that shares with you how to become a business coach. So I basically packaged up everything that works for me when it comes to running my coaching business and shared it with you in this book, Become a Business Coach, which is available on Amazon and Audible. And I'll, of course, link it up down below so you can go and check it out. It's really about the marketing plan behind a coaching business, how to get clients, how to actually scale that business, how to actually earn your couple first $1,000 when it comes to being a business coach, how to help people, the different coaching models that are out there, and most importantly, what you need to know behind the scenes when it comes to the coaching business to really set it up right. So that way you can have a sustainable business, a strong foundation from which you can grow, and you don't need very much in order to get started. Number 3 in my list for today's video is becoming an influencer or a content creator. Now, I'm sure that you have also seen this. If you've been scrolling on TikTok and you've been going down that Instagram feed, feed, right? If you're even watching YouTube, there are so many influencers nowadays in many different niches and so many different industries, right? So whether you're trying to become more of like a creative influencer, doing gaming content, becoming a streamer, or you're trying to do more educational content and you want to put out useful tutorials and helpful videos, or even a faceless YouTube channel, there are so many examples of successful influencers nowadays. And again, even if it's something very niche, you can have millions of fans, hundreds of thousands of fans, thousands of people that are listening to you and hanging on your every word. I think we're actually gonna look back on this time in history and kind of see it as almost like almost anyone can now become an online celebrity or an influencer. And you're seeing teenagers, you're seeing people in their 20s, in their 30s, and even older becoming celebrities literally overnight. So the power of social media, the power of the internet makes it so that videos can go viral very quickly. And if you want to become an influencer and even earn just a couple extra $1,000 per month, it is 100% possible nowadays as a career path. As an influencer, the world opens up as well when it comes to how you actually monetize that. So you can do things like sponsorships, advertisements, brand deals, affiliate marketing. You can sell your own products and digital courses. You can do so many different ways to monetize your audience. You can use things like Patreon, which is subscription-based crowdfunding where you have your own membership website, right? There's so many ways to make money as an influencer. So that is the next item in my list. All right, let's get to number 4. And I think as well, if you're watching this video, you've probably encountered this year. And that is the rise and the dominance of podcasting. Podcasting. Today is the golden age of podcasting, the golden age of audio. It wasn't about radio, it's now about podcasting. People are starting podcasts left and right on many different niche topics, whether that's a live in-person podcast or even just doing it virtually and interviewing people via Zoom or Skype or whatever tool you choose to use. It is so easy nowadays to start a podcast. And the great thing about this is you have much higher CPMs than other forms of marketing and advertising. You can make money faster and much easier. And also, when people are listening to your podcast, I do a podcast, the Crowdfunding Demystified Podcast. When we have thousands of people listening to this, they are listening to a 40-minute long episode. So they are so tuned in. You have so much attention, right? When it comes to that. And I've produced over 400 podcast episodes with my own podcast. If you're interested in interviewing guests, if you want your voice heard, if you want to explore different perspectives, you're a curious person, or even a little bit more entertaining of a personality, I think that podcasting is a great fit. And it's something that, again, you can very easily do anywhere. You don't have to be in person. You can easily schedule those meetings, those interviews. You can record them, produce them, and have them go out whenever it is you want. If you want to learn more about podcasting, how to get started, the equipment that you should be using, how to sound better on a podcast, how to have that resonant voice when it comes to speaking with a guest. And you also want to know how to get guests for your show, how to market your show, how to get downloads, how to make money from it, all that kind of stuff. I have a great free course out there on podcasting, which I'm going to be sharing in the link in the description. You can go and join that course. Just enter your name and email. You will start getting some lessons from me on how to start, grow, and monetize your podcast. Want to take all the stress out of fulfilling your Kickstarter rewards? Fulfillrite is the turnkey solution that puts product delivery on autopilot. The Top Campaigns uses trusted high-tech provider to store, package, and ship their products. Focus on growing your business. Leave shipping to the experts. Don't wait. Get a custom quote from Fulfillrite today. Link in the description. Numero 5. And I say numero 5 because I'm actually adopted from El Salvador and I've been learning more and more Spanish since being in Miami, Florida. Miami, it's like Spanish is like a second language, honestly, here. And it's one of the cool things about just growing and being able to learn more is that I start to learn more skills and more words. It's actually really interesting how everything pieces together. But beyond the point, number 5 is education. Education is something that, to me, it's almost like I can't breathe without it. To me, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like running water. It's something where when I'm educating myself, when I'm reading new books, when I'm listening to podcasts, when I'm watching YouTube videos, when I'm learning from someone, learning new skills or learning things I can apply to my life to get forward, to get the results that I want, I am so excited. I feel alive. And I'm also making tangible progress in different areas of my life, whether that is learning a language, whether that's even learning more maybe how to have more fitness and personal training at the gym, how to get better in that area of my life, or even on the business side, learning different tactics and techniques and upgrading my marketing skills. I love learning. And the great thing is that this is a huge boom, which is online learning and online education. Again, I think the pandemic really accelerated that. If you want to start an online education business where you are selling courses, where you're having group workshops, where you're doing online seminars, where you're publishing books on Amazon or on ebooks or on Audible, this is an incredible time in the history of the planet to do that, because you don't need to buy a printing press. You don't gotta go out there and figure out how to code an ebook. You don't have to even learn necessarily that much about audio editing. You can just hire someone else to do it for you, right? You can produce audio content, books, ebooks, courses like there's no tomorrow. Do it very easily. And as long as you have something that you want to share with someone, if you can teach someone something, if you can get some value, right, that you can actually share with someone else, then you can start an online education business. And the cool thing about this as well is that there are very high profit margins when it comes to doing online courses and also online education. Number 6 in my list in terms of ways to make money online or to earn extra income online this year actually is something that I think is probably the fastest way to accomplish this task. Now, the downside is that you are going to be working, right? And you're gonna be using your labor in order to actually earn that income, but it's actually one of the fastest ways, and that's freelancing. So freelancing in terms of offering your services to someone else, whether that's social media services, virtual assistant freelancing, digital marketing freelancing. There are so many different categories. It could be writing, could be editing, could be, whatever it is, could be graphic design. If you have a skill which you can share with someone else, or even just be their virtual assistant, you're really maybe organized. It is so easy nowadays to make money from freelancing. And that's because the labor pool is global. You have people around the world like myself that hire freelancers, that are paying freelancers thousands of dollars per month to help them with their business. And as long as you add value, you can then also make money as a freelancer. To get started in this business, earning a couple extra $1,000 per month, there's really 2 main things you need to do. Number 1, you got to decide what you're good at, what the skill is, right, that you're going to sell. And number 2, you gotta get clients. So that goes beyond the scope of this video. But if you wanna learn more about freelancing, leave a comment down below, because I do wanna put out some more videos on this topic. I really haven't explored it very much. And we actually have a lot of freelancers that work for me at CrowdCrux. So this is one of those things where I can help you out. Leave a comment down below if you have questions about freelancing, and I will do my best to get to that. We are up to number 7 in the list in terms of ethical ways to make money. And this is actually how I got my start in the online business world, and that is blogging. So when you think blogging, you think, oh, isn't that like so 2007 or so the early 2000s, right? Actually, I would argue that it has a much more profound impact now, and more companies are actually starting blogs because they realize the power of content marketing, of blogging, of putting your voice out there, of sharing helpful information, education, and resources with an audience of people that want to learn that information. So whether you're doing an entertainment style blog, a travel blog, a health blog, maybe even a blog that's just teaching something to someone who can get a result, or you can help them in some areas of life, a financial blog, for example, this is a great time to actually make money with blogging. I gotta tell you, man, blogging feels like magic money. I don't know how else to say it, but it feels literally like magic money. As because people that you've never met before are coming and visiting your website, they're reading your content, they're going and clicking links, you're making money from advertisements, maybe you're even selling digital products online, ebooks, courses, those kinds of things. You can easily make money from ads, from guest posts, from sponsorships with a blog. You never even met your readers, and you have this huge online audience of people that are reading your content. Like, it's so cool. It literally feels like magic. The first time I actually earned income from the Google AdSense program, this is way back in the day, over 10 years ago, right? And I saw my first check from that program. I was like so giddy. Like, it felt like magic, right? Because again, I was seeing like thousands of people check out my website and read my content, and like I never met any of them, but then all of a sudden I started making checks. I started making money from this. So if you are interested in actually starting a blog, growing a blog, monetizing a blog, I do have a beginning book out there, Blogging for Beginners, which is available on Amazon, which I can link up down below. But there's also so many places you can learn about blogging online. You can Google this, you can search it up on YouTube, and you can really learn the basics behind starting, growing, and and monetizing a blog. And I'm telling you, anyone out there can do this, even if you're not necessarily a good writer. There's so many easy hacks to actually start a blog if you're not interested in the writing aspect. The last thing I will say, and I guess this is kind of more like in the make money online kind of realm, is that the cool thing, my friend, is when you are on like a laptop by the beach, you have the wind in your hair, you got a pina colada even maybe by your side, or you got a iced coffee, and it's just like, it feels really cool to know that you have a blog that's continually getting visitors, people to check you out, living the laptop lifestyle, being a digital nomad. It is one of the coolest feelings in the world. If I have one wish or one goal when it comes to this video, it's that you take action. If you just learn about this information, that's great, you're continuously learning, but you also have to be ambitious. You have to be willing to actually put a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of work into actually getting something out there that's going to earn an income. So decide which business or which business idea really resonates with you and start taking action. Start moving towards your goal. Every single week, block off a little bit of time to make progress towards your dreams. Make progress towards your visions. And I'm telling you, you can go from someone who has nothing to having a complete online empire when it comes to just have money flowing into your bank account. And I think that one of the most difficult experiences, at least that I've had in my life, is sometimes in my earlier days, going and checking my ATM, trying to get out some money, and just seeing a bank balance which almost like visibly feels painful, right? Like you don't even want to look at it. You're like, oh, I don't want to see how much money I have, right? To go and then be able to flash forward and to feel comfortable, to feel a sense of like at ease when I think about the topic of money. It's such a rapid, incredible change. And if you actually take the lessons in this video and you act upon them, you can have a couple of extra $1,000 in your account every single month. You don't have to worry about money. You can afford the nicer things in life. And of course, you can also use that money to ethically impact the world for the positive. You can have a higher impact and show up in a way maybe your creator or whoever it is that you believe, has put you on this earth, what has maybe intended you to do, and to serve someone else, to donate to a charity, to help someone's GoFundMe campaign, right? You can show up at a much higher level. Hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. Again, my name is Salvador Brigman. If you did like this video, come subscribe to the channel and hopefully you'll like more of the content I'm putting out. I put up more new content every single week. Leave a comment down below if you want to show some love, or you got a question, or you want to stir some controversy. I do love being controversial once in a while. Leave a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up on this video. But thank you so much for watching. My name is Salvador and I will see you next time.